All right, good morning. Welcome back to Knicks Morning Koffee. Today we're gonna just jump right into talking about a lot of the rumors that's going on this week about the Knicks and trades. So before I jump into that, I wanted to make notice because there's a lot of guys who can opt in and out of their contracts this year. And in 2019, 40% of the players changed teams. So this year, I don't think that's going to be really the case because of the amount of money that teams going to be able to, to spend. It won't be like previous years. So I think a lot of guys are going to opt in this year, take the money, and then next year come back and try again. But as far as with the Knicks and a lot of the trades that they've been talking about, the most obvious one is the Chris Paul trade. Now, I know a lot of y'all seen this week that they're saying that that's a doable trade if the Knicks want to pull the trigger. But the thing that they want Frank. They insist on having Knox. And then they want our 2020 and 2021 picks that we got from Dallas. Now, is that a lot for having Paul for 2 years at over $40 million?
And the back, yes.
That's but do you want to part with some of the young guys? So it just makes me realize that what teams have been doing to us for years. I was trying to think about, well, then what's the outcome of it for OKC? So OKC, they want to shed Paul's salary, which what most teams are going to be trying to do. They want to bring back a rookie on the end of his contract, which is Knox. So even if they don't really want Knox later on, he's a bargaining chip, which is what we can use him for. And then they want to pick for the future. So the things that they're asking for Chris Paul right now are things that we already got. So, we have to use our head. Now, again, we don't know where all this is coming from, but that's just one of those situations where, teams just try to pull a wool over our eyes. We see the glamour that Chris Paul can bring, but what are we sending back that's going to hurt our own future? And then the next one that's out there, and then I talked about this one too, as soon as the Clippers lost, is Paul George. Now for Paul George, it said that they want R.J. Barrett, Dennis Smith Jr., Todd Gibson, Wayne Ellington, and the 2020 first round pick. Yeah, now that's aside from RJ, I'm not mad at that one. If RJ wasn't in that one, I'd jump on that one in a heartbeat. But now what do the Clippers want? The Clippers are trying to gain asset. Again, same thing we already got. Knicks got to be smart. Okay, the next one is Victor Oladipo. So for that one, it said they want Frank or DSJ. Randall, which a lot of people seem to want to part with anyway, and then our 2020 and 2021 pick that we got from Dallas. So,
who was it?
Frank or Dennis Smith Jr.
I'm paying for who?
And Randall for Victor Oladipo from the Pacers. Yeah. So now keep in mind with the Pacers, with Victor Oladipo, he's due for a bigger salary, and the Pacers didn't want to pay him. And then the other thing is that he's at the end of his contract. So why would you give up so much for somebody at the end of their contract? Something like that, you should be able to just take back Randall and then, okay, maybe a point guard. So why do you need all of that for a guy who's probably going to leave you anyway? Because he turned down that money that you offered him because he didn't think it was enough. And then Victor's coming off an injury. He came back and played this year a little bit, but he wasn't the same Victor Oladipo that he's been in the past. Now, can he regain that form? Yeah. Is he a good player to have? Yeah. But at the same time, hey, all these things that people want from us, we already got. Our future looks bright. So we just have to be careful on who we pick up and why, what we're giving up. And then the new big one that's been popping up this week is Karl Anthony Towns. Now, they say for Karl Anthony Towns, they want RJ or Mitch or both together. They want Frank, and then they want our 8th pick this year, and both our Dallas 2020, 2021 pick. Now, we know what Towns is he's a budding star. But isn't that the same thing as when we got Carmelo Anthony? When we gave up so many assets to get Carmelo Anthony? Because we didn't want to wait till next year. Now, the thing about Towns, he's not a free agent. He just signed a 4 or 5 year contract, I think maybe last year or 2 years ago. So we'll have him for a while. It's just that if you want to make a trade that makes sense for you, and you know how I feel about parting with Mitch, I just really don't see that. And then you have the other suspects that, just to talk with Buddy Hield. Yeah, Buddy Hield is a nice piece, depending on what you got to give up to get Buddy Hield. And then it's your boy, Ingram. So
yeah,
those
with Karl Anthony Towns, that's just going backwards. That's just starting all over. That means you just dismantling again and starting all over, and you need to add and not keep trying to just start all over.
Yeah, especially what you're going to give up or who you get to keep for him. Now let's keep in mind this too. When we got Leon Rose, we got a person as a president that knows how to wheel and deal because he was an agent and he has relationships. But now this is where I get a little bit confused with all these rumors because we don't know who's putting these rumors out there. Is that we hired 2 veteran coaches, right? So that suggests we're going to try to win and try to win now. Then we went out also and got 2 or 3 legitimate assistant coaches who are developmental coaches. Now that suggests that we're going to try to work with the young guys and build them up. So with all the rumors that came out, recently, I'm just a little bit confused on where the Knicks are going to go. But I will say this. I would like to have at least 2 of these players. And if the Knicks can package a way to get 2 together, say you could get Victor Oladipo and Paul George, something like that I can see. Just bringing one. If you're going to dismantle all the other guys, I'm not looking for that. But if you're going to bring...
Yeah, but so let's break these players down. Victor Oladipo clearly can't do it himself. So you're going to package all some of these players for Victor Oladipo? No, he can't do it himself. So now you got to go find somebody else. Paul George, playoff season. That's another one. He got Kawhi Leonard. He was on the Pacers doing his thing. He still can't do it himself. So you're still going to have to go get more pieces. Who else we talking about? That was Victor Oladipo, Karl Anthony Towns, right? Look, he got a team around him, right? And he still couldn't do it himself. So you still got to build around him. And then who was the last one?
Ingram. Well, Ingram they were talking about.
So we don't know. Chris Paul. He's old. He's like another Melo. He still can't get his ring. Well, all the teams and all the coach and all the support behind him, he still can't get his ring. You still trying to rebuild with players that clearly just can't do it themselves. The closest player in recent time that's kind of doing it themselves, that's another piece, is Jimmy Butler. And that's it. Like we don't even know who can step up like on that level to do all that stuff.
I mean, well, Jimmy Butler get a lot of credit, but he just fell into a situation that's perfect for him.
Yeah, because he's getting the ball in his hand. So now you're going to pick up one of these players and now they're going to get the ball in their hand? Is that what we want? Like, is Victor Oladipo going to come with the Pacers and be the Victor Oladipo Pacers on the Knicks because he get to do whatever he want?
Any guard we get, I don't care if we keep a guard that we have, any guard we get should be able to do whatever they want. I mean, the ball got to be in the guard's hand.
What happens if you just take R.J. Barrett and Mitchell Robinson and tell them, we focus on y'all take y'all 100 shots a game? Are they going to now look like the new Ingrams and like they don't even know yet because we didn't even try.
Yeah. Well,
we didn't even try. So
that's the $1 million question for me.
I say y'all just let this one fly this year, and if y'all can pick up one. Don't take away the players that we want to keep, because you don't even know if they can be good or not. Like even Knox, you don't even know yet if he can be good or not because y'all didn't even try.
Well, that's where a point guard will come in at. Yeah, but I said that, remember, last week. If you're gonna pick up one guy, especially at a point guard. See, that's where Chris Paul comes in. You just got to give up too much to get him. He could set the table for all these other guys to play their game. But look what you got to give up to get all these guys. So, again, we got this big brain trust of people up front. and we just got to sit back and see what they do. But I'm hoping that we bring in at least somebody that can help the guys that we got jail. Everybody's seen this list this week, I'm pretty sure. It's been in the papers. It's been on a lot of people's YouTube channels. Some of the sportscasters are talking about it. But, who do you think the Knicks should get? And what combination of players? And then who would you give up? And I'm going to ask the craziest question. Would you part with RJ? Okay, so we're going to end it early this week, but let me know what you think. And y'all have a blessed day. Peace.